Awesome. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. I'm Heather Callahan. I'm the CEO of Allander Biotechnologies. We are developing Allathera. It is our first-in-class topical protein therapeutic for the treatment of oral mucositis, which is a severe side effect of cancer. So we all know that the new cancer therapies that are out there have been revolutionizing cancer survival. What are we doing for patient quality of life? Oral mucositis is one of the primary side effects of these cancer therapies. It causes pain and suffering. Patients end up hospitalized because of it. And it is far more frequent and serious in women than it is in men. It compromises optimal therapy. There's 90% impact on head and neck cancer patients and 50% impact on breast cancer patients. It impacts overall 400,000 patients annually just in the US. And despite that, there's no therapeutic for 96% of cancer patients. Capivance was approved more than 20 years ago and only for 4% of the at-risk patients. If you look at the graph on the right, the pale pink lines are Capivance. All of the rest of the $1.5 billion value of this market are seen in palliative care, antimicrobials, anti-analgesics, barriers, medical devices, not in the therapeutics that patients need in order to actually heal their ulcers, to allow their cancer therapy to be optimal, and to have improved quality of life. And that's what Allathera does. So this is an oral rinse that patients take. It allows the therapeutic to immediately enter the damaged tissue and heal the ulcers in the mouth of the cancer patient. It does not go systemic, so you don't have those impacts. It acts through multiple different mechanisms. As it works as an intracellular protein, it both decreases inflammation and at the same time increases healing of the ulcer. This is one of the differentiators between our product and Capivance and other products that are also in the process of clinical trials. Those typically go after one mechanism that leads to oral mucositis, but there are multiple causes of it. And unlike the others, ours goes after many different pathways that cause oral mucositis. We expect to be in our first clinical trial by the end of this year. We have follow-on products in derm areas. All of these are areas that impact women more than men. We have a substantial patent portfolio. We're keeping a close eye on it and trying to make sure that we evergreen it as we go forward. We have a very small team, but we're very united and we've been together from the beginning. We rely heavily on our advisory team, product development, regulatory, and clinical, and they've helped us and given us the guidance and support we need in order to bring our product to the stage it's at today. Over time, so I'm going to just skip to the end and say that we are raising a Series A that is designed to support our phase 1B and 2, and also to bring our skin indications through IND filing and to build out our internal team. And I'd love to take questions.
Questions?
So,
while we figure that one out, I'll ask. Can you just talk to me about the actual therapy, the presentation? Is it something that you're applying as like a gel? Is it something you're taking as a mouthwash? Is it a biologic, a small molecule? And then a couple other questions with that is like, how does this thing taste? Are people going to want to use it, right? And then the side effects. If I'm a cancer patient, I've just gone through all this therapy. Talk to me about, what are the things that are the downsides of this drug?
I'm going to try to remember all of those. But if I miss one, please remind me. So it's a protein. It's an intracellular protein that has been linked to a cell-penetrating peptide. So it's formulated in a oral gel that's viscous. So the patients take that into their mouth and they can gently swirl it around. As they're doing that, the protein enters cells immediately on contact. So it goes directly into wherever there's damage and stays there intracellular, and that's where it acts. Let me think. It does not go systemic. So this is not getting into the blood system. You're not going to have, we've done all our GLP tox studies, all of them through systemic tox. We see nothing from systemic tox. We don't, for all of our studies in animals, including a canine model of this, we don't see any anti-drug antibodies. So you're not going to have those kinds of side effects. It tastes neutral, maybe a little sweet. So very mild from what we can tell from talking to patients. It's going to be fine for them. It's not very salty. It's not, it should be. That will be one of our first questions when we go through clinical trial is, was that formula, is it something about the formulation you don't like? We can't really get that answer until we try it, but we've done the best we can to figure that out. Side effects. Yeah, so it goes immediately intracellular. It doesn't go anywhere else. None of our tox studies have shown anything. We've used it in all sorts of animals, all sorts of wounds, have seen absolutely nothing. In addition, we actually have a slide on this, but we've done an animal model where we gave the poor mice cancer on their tongue. We irradiated it, and that to work on killing the cancer and also to create the oral mucositis adjacent to it. We treated those mice with Allander, and what we found is that the oral ulcer healed, and the drug in combination with the radiation actually caused more healing of the radiation, so more apoptosis of those cells. So it seems it actually synergizes, and that's expected because it's an anti-TGF beta. And so that's actually an area where there are therapeutics companies looking for those in order to treat cancer. So it has that synergy.
Next question.
Yeah, I think definitely user adoption is going to be one of your challenges because, just in terms of you don't know how the patient is going to react when it's already painful. But my question primarily was on, you positioned as pre-IND. You are at pre-IND right now, and you're positioning for, your first inpatient by end of this year, right? So is your IND filed or cleared? Like, that wasn't very clear in your pitch.
So where we are right now is we have filed our pre-IND. We actually did that a while ago so that we knew what we were doing with our GLP tox, that it would be something in line with what the FDA was looking for. We are in the process of doing our final clinical GMP manufacturing at a CDMO. Final stages of that. As soon as we have that, we need 30 days afterwards. We have all of the other regulatory sections written. That's just the last piece that we're waiting for. As soon as we have that, we will file our IND. So that should happen later this summer. And then I think it's 30 or 60 days. If you don't get anything back from the FDA, then you're cleared to start your clinical trial. We have that lined up. We have funding through the NIH, through an SBIR funding, to start that clinical trial at UC Davis. So that's why, that's our timing and that's our pathway.
Okay, thank you very much to Heather and Allander Biotechnologies.
you.